Instant match reaction, get in. Newcastle 1, Everton 2 at St James's Park. What a performance that was by the Blues. And that performance there showed just how important it is to have a real top-class serial winner in the dugout managing your football club. That in-game management today by Carlo Ancelotti was absolutely second to none. He got the lads in at half-time after Newcastle had a good last 20 minutes of the first half, got themselves back into the game, and were going into the second half with all of the momentum, and he told the lads to settle it down, get the winning goal, and just control the ball. And that's exactly what we did. Newcastle had nothing of the ball in the second half. We completely controlled that game from as soon as the second half whistle went to the final whistle. What a performance that was by Everton once again, getting only our second away win this season, and our first away win since that Southampton win, what seems absolutely ages ago. What a performance by Dominic Calvert-Lewin again as well. Another 2 goals today, another absolutely fantastic man of the match performance. I don't want to hear anybody telling me that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is anything other than a top class striker. He is absolutely fantastic, and not only the fact that he's scoring goals consistently for Everton now, but he's also getting himself about. He's trying hard, he's running around, he's winning headers, he's putting himself about, and like I said, he's making a nuisance of himself. And defenders are starting to be scared to play against Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that's showing week in, week out. And he's putting himself about and he's scoring goals. Richarlison as well, absolutely fantastic. Defensively, he was everywhere today. He was throwing himself into tackles, he was winning the ball on the edge of our box, and he was providing fantastic assists as well for the second goal. We were, like I said, barring a 20-minute spell at the end of the first half, we were absolutely fantastic today. We dominated for the first 25 minutes. Newcastle got nowhere near the ball. We scored the first goal, of course, a fantastic goal by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Ball comes in, Newcastle don't defend it, and Dom puts it in the back of the net after, within the first 20 seconds, giving Newcastle the first opportunity of the game, and then probably should do better with that. And you're sitting back as an Everton and you're thinking, is it just going to be another one of those away days where we're constantly under pressure and where we're constantly feeling opposition teams getting at us? But it wasn't. We absolutely controlled the game, like I said, for that first 25 minutes. Yes, they started to feel themselves into the game. They got a little bit of confidence. Obviously, they scored the goal, which I think is a really, really poor goal to concede defensively. Gylfi Sigurdsson makes no attempt to win the ball. But like I said, they scored a goal, and then I think we do quite well to feed out the last 20 minutes of the first half and absorb the pressure and defend it well. And then going into the second half, we all knew as fans that this is where Carlo Ancelotti needs to earn his money now. This is where he needs to, divide himself from the top world-class manager that he is, and other previous managers that we've had who might have got into that second half and the momentum that they kept on with Newcastle, and then they got and got their second goal, but he didn't. Carlo Ancelotti said to the lads, calm it down, go out, get the second goal, and we're winning this game of football. And that's exactly what we've done. One of the best second half performances I've seen from an Everton team in quite some time, because we just calmed it down completely and we didn't allow them to get anywhere near the ball. We scored the second goal, a fantastic cross in by Richarlison, and another really, really good goal by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and we just that was it. We quieted the game down, and Newcastle didn't really cause us any trouble. Andy Carroll caused us trouble all day, to be fair to him, by throwing himself about and mainly diving on the floor every 10 seconds. For a lad about 6'9" or something, he doesn't have to throw himself on the floor an awful lot. But I thought we defended him well at times. Like I said, he got through a couple of times, he made a nuisance of himself, but overall I thought we done quite well to not give away any fouls whilst he's throwing himself on the floor, and defend that situation quite well. Another absolutely unbelievable performance by Everton. Unbeaten now in 6 games. A first away win, like I said, for quite some time since that Southampton win. 2 games under Carlo Ancelotti and 2 wins in 2 really, really tough games. Burnley, not an easy fixture to play. They're a team that sit back and give you a lot of the ball, and it's tough to play against a side like that. And Newcastle, obviously, you were a team, like I said, that are doing well at the minute. Haven't been beaten that many times at St James's Park, and have scored a lot of recent last-minute goals at St James's Park as well. So we've done really, really well to just quiet them down in that second half. And that's, like I said, that's exactly what in-game management is. Taking a striker off, bringing a midfielder on, shoring up. I said, I was sitting on watching, and I said, Yerry Mina needs to come on now, and he needs to really shore that defence up, and he did. And Mason went to left back, and again, Mason Allgate having to play 10 or 15 minutes there in an unnatural position, and he played it really, really well. He got forward, he was using his strength, he was using his power, and he was doing exactly what he's expected to do. And another absolutely top class performance by him, another fantastic performance by Djibril Sidibe and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, another world class performance by him. And all of a sudden, we're coming out of the the Christmas period, really, Boxing Day and obviously the weekend fixture, only having 24 hours, 48 hours rest between both games, and we've gone out and we've got 6 points against, like I said, a Burnley side that were in relatively good form and a Newcastle side that were also in relatively good form, especially at home as well at St James's Park. Not many teams have been able to get through Newcastle this season, but we've done it, and now we go on to Manchester City on New Year's Day, and I'm actually really, really confident about this game, to be honest with you. I watched Manchester City absolutely capitulate last night against Wolves, and I'm quite confident that we can go there and we can get the 3 points, especially under a manager that's proven today that his in-game management is second to none, and he knows how to deal with situations. He can see that we were under pressure, he can see we were under the cosh, he can see that it was all Newcastle in that last 20 minutes of the first half, and he got them in at half time and he switched it, and that second half was literally all Everton. A fantastic display, another 2 fantastic goals by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, absolutely made up for him, a world-class performance by him, and I don't want to hear anybody tell me that he's nothing other than a top quality Premier League striker now, because he is. Let's be honest, how can you criticise Dominic Calvert-Lewin when he's scoring week in, week out for us? And not only the goals he's scoring, but the performances he's putting in, he's throwing himself about, he's making sure that he's a nuisance, and defenders, like I said, are slowly but surely starting to be scared of Dominic Calvert-Lewin now, and there won't be many defenders that'll, look at the team sheet when they come to play Everton and think, oh, it'll be an easy game today against Dominic Calvert-Lewin. A lot of defenders will look at that and go, that's going to be tough. Defenders don't want to defend against Dominic Calvert-Lewin because he's such a nuisance, and he's proven to be a goal scorer now as well. A fantastic win for Everton Football Club in a really, really tough fixture, but yeah, we move on now. Absolutely made up. Carlo Fantastico again. What a difference a proven serial winner makes. 2 wins out of 2. And yeah, we move on to New Year's Day now. A little bit more rest than we had after the Burnley game. But yeah, absolutely ecstatic. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. Come on the Blues. Up the toffees. Get in. Carlo Fantastico.